Hello everyone and welcome back to the Heavy Mode channel. For those of you who don't know, my name is Pat. This channel is all about trying to take myself from heavy mode to light mode with diet and exercise, including this machine here. Today we have a long overdue progress update video. It's been 3 months since I started my journey and we have a lot to talk about. Just to bring everyone up to speed a little bit, on February 10th of this year I had a routine checkup with my doctor, and this checkup included a blood test. It was through that test it was discovered I have type 2 diabetes, and in an attempt to get myself to where I need to be in terms of physical health, I created this YouTube channel. It's more of a way to keep myself accountable to my goals and, have fun doing it along the way. I have 2 goals currently, the first being to be diabetes free, and the second is an initial weight loss target of 199 pounds. At the creation of this channel, my hemoglobin A1C level, which measures blood glucose over a 3-month span of time, was 7 and I weighed 269 pounds. I just had my first diabetes checkup appointment on Wednesday, May 10th, which is exactly 3 months to the day since my initial diagnosis. I'm excited to announce that I've made some pretty significant progress, and before revealing my results, I'd like to first tell you all how I did it. A bit of a disclaimer here, this is my personal experience and methodology, not medical advice, and what works for me may not work for you. Everyone is different and needs different things to see results. With that out of the way, let's start by talking about my diet. So there's a lot that could be said here, and I'm going to try to condense it down as much as possible for simplicity's sake. In my experience, food versus exercise in terms of impact on weight loss is about a 70-30 split, 70% being food, 30% being exercise. You can work out as much as you want, but at the end of the day, the biggest factor on weight loss is going to be your nutrition. It's really a calories in versus calories out sort of situation, and as long as you're in a caloric deficit, meaning that you're taking in less calories than your body uses in a day, you should be able to lose weight. For diabetes specifically, there's a few other things to take note of when trying to create a meal plan for yourself. And to simplify this section as much as possible, I'm going to be giving you a very brief overview. This is just surface level stuff and we're not going to go too in depth about anything. There are 2 different types of carbohydrates, simple carbs and complex carbs. When consumed, simple carbs are digested quickly by the body and cause blood glucose levels to spike. Some examples of simple carbs are things like white bread, pasta, and plain white sugar. Complex carbs are digested at a much slower rate and cause your blood glucose levels to stay more even. Some examples of complex carbs are things like brown rice, black beans, and sweet potato. As a diabetic, you want to be eating complex carbs much more often than simple carbs, and in my personal case, I try to avoid simple carbs as much as possible. With all that out of the way, let's move on to my personal meal plan. Now, what I'm about to say is going to sound crazy to a lot of people. I'm a very simple person, and I like a routine with food that I don't have to think about, and that gives me everything that I need in a day. So I eat the same meal twice a day, every day. There can be slight deviations depending upon what I have available at the house, but my meals are the same 95% of the time. After working with my personal trainer to find my macronutrient goals, being calories, proteins, fats, and carbs, I put together the following meal as my go-to. There are a lot of things that this meal accomplishes for me. Eating it twice a day is right around 2,300 calories, which is 500 below my personal maintenance calories for a day. There's also a lot of micronutrients and fiber coming from the fruit, vegetables, and sweet potato, and we're avoiding simple carbohydrates and added sugar like we talked about earlier. Not only is this meal great tasting, it meets the requirements for what I want to be putting in my body on a daily basis. I know eating the same thing for every meal every day is just not feasible for most people. This setup works for me, and that's what's important, is finding something that you can be consistent with that will help you meet your goals. This is doing exactly what I want it to, and I'm going to be sticking with it for the foreseeable future. And now for the fun part. Exercise! A mainstay of this channel since its creation. Starting off with personal training, I'm still going once a week. I really like how different this workout is compared to dance games. It's a nice change of pace and it keeps things interesting. I go to a calisthenics gym, and that focuses mainly on bodyweight exercises, flexibility, and balance. We do things like push-ups, planks, kettlebell exercises, battle ropes, tire flipping, and much more. Getting to work with a personal trainer who's able to tailor workouts specifically to my personal fitness level has been a great experience. Moving on to Stepmania, DDR, In the Groove, 4-panel dance games, whatever you want to call this. Wow. Honestly, all I can say is wow. I've been playing 3 days a week for an hour and a half to 2 hours a session. It's taken a lot of effort, but I've become a completely different player compared to when I started. Back in February, DDR15s were pushing me to my absolute limit in terms of skill and stamina. Through persistence, I've gone from songs that look like this the hard part. To songs that look like this. I never thought I'd be able to pass In the Groove 12s, and to be at the point of starting 13s is just wild to me. This game's not only a ton of fun, but it's an amazing workout. I've been using a heart rate monitor, and in some of my longer sessions, I'm burning close to 2,000 calories. I'm really motivated to keep pushing because it doesn't feel like I've hit my personal skill ceiling yet. The more work I put in, the better I get. My growth has really been accelerated thanks to an online event I'm currently taking part in called the International Timing League Online 2023, aka ITL 2023. It's a competition in which participants compete for high scores on a community-created song pack. The event has a heavy emphasis on timing and advanced step techniques. The better you do on songs, the more ranking points you accrue, raising your overall placement on an online leaderboard. The ranked aspect is something that's always appealed to me in games, and it's really motivated me to do my best. ITL 2023 goes until June 19th, and my goal is to hit 225,000 ranking points. I have a bit of work left to do as I'm currently sitting at 210,000, but I know with enough hard work I'll be able to achieve my goal. And finally, moving on to results. I know it's the moment you've all been waiting for, so let's get right into it. I won't lie, I've been working very hard, and I feel that my results honestly reflect my effort. In my channel announcement video, my starting weight was 269 pounds and my A1C was 7. After eating clean, doing personal training, and playing 4-panel dance games for the last 3 months, my current weight is 242 pounds, and my A1C down to 5.5. Bringing my total weight loss to 27 pounds and a 1.5% overall reduction in my A1C. 5.5 is just within the normal range. I believe the cutoff is 5.7% for pre-diabetic levels, but this does not mean that we've beaten diabetes yet. As I said before, the A1C is a measure of your blood glucose for the last 3 months. I've done some solid work, but I've still got a long way to go before I meet all my goals. I won't be stopping anytime soon, and seeing results like these is definitely encouraging. My current goal weight is 199 pounds, and if I keep up the good work, I should be able to make it there by the end of the year. Before I go, I want to thank everyone so much for the amount of support I've received. I really appreciate the kind words and the engagement on my social medias. I'm working steadily towards my last Twitch affiliate requirement of having 50 followers, and if you haven't done so already, a follow there would really help me out. At the end of the day, I'm doing this for myself, not for view counts, monetization, or anything like that. As I said in my first video, I got myself into this and I'm going to get myself out. I'm not exactly getting any younger, and the older I do get, the more difficult it's going to be to lose this excess weight and defeat diabetes. So if there's ever going to be a time to turn my health around, it's now. This journey is going to be long and difficult, but I know with your support, I'll be able to reach my goals. Thank you so much for watching. Feel free to like, comment, subscribe, follow Twitch, Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube, all at Heavy Mode YT, and we will see you in the next one. Bye!